Oh no, my mic was muted. I'm an idiot. Okay. Alright, let's do that again. So, I haven't used Tangela in a long time. Even though it was one of the first Pokemon I bred. When I got my new save file. But the partners, I wanted, like, if I wanted to recreate this team, getting Hidden Power Ghost Tauros is difficult, unfortunately. So don't have that one yet. And, like, another Pokemon that would be interesting is Raikou. That's even more difficult. And I'm sure I could cook up something with Pokemon that I can get more easily, but I haven't yet. But yeah, I wanted to use this team again. 1, for fun. And 2, to see if I would do any better now that I know more about the frontier. Even though I've barely played tower singles. Like I've literally done, what, 3 streaks? In like 8 months or something. On my other save file. And none of those were like the most serious. And they didn't do that much offensive. Like the one kind of serious streak was a very stally team. So we'll see how it goes. I might need to get back into this. Hello Alpha Boosa. And thank you for the good luck, KT. Yeah, I was gonna do a different singles team on my actual cartridge save file. Like the team I showed that I made like a month or 2 ago with Umbreon, Dusclops, Sceptile. That I already used before on the channel once. On this save file. But that team isn't quite ready. Like the reason I initially didn't use it because I wanted a different Dusclops. It was like, well, I can just start with the suboptimal Dusclops, but it was less, even less optimal than I thought it was. So I'll have to work on that a little bit. And like my other Dusclops that I thought I could use on the team temporarily, I think maybe it's in box somewhere or something. I didn't see it on my save file, so I was like, well, let's just do this. Hello, Doggovy. Thank God, more Tangela. You've been waiting for ages. It has been a long time. Let me check. When was the last time I streamed the Tickler? Probably the start of the year. Tickler. January 18th, I think. That is a while ago. Yeah, all my single streaks that I was planning to do once I got my cartridge going to beat my PBs on this save file, I never got around to doing so far. Like the same with the Steelix Mantine / Gyarados team. I haven't done that one yet either. I just haven't been as motivated for super stally singles teams. You love this team and the Murkrow team? I wish I didn't throw the Murkrow streak. That should have gotten 100 wins at least. Maybe one day Murkrow will get the redemption arc. And for this one, like I mentioned, it's just difficult to get hidden powers without RNGing. So I haven't really tried that hard. Cowbell time. That one's still coming. I'm building an Aggron team. That's still coming. I have a lot of stuff that I still want to do, but... Team building takes time. Hello, Amaryllis. Yeah, we didn't have a streak, so we're starting at round 1. So it's not going to be that interesting. There's not going to be any Tangela action the first few rounds, probably. What can Tangela do? So Tangela is really good at beating some Pokemon, like Snorlax. Tangela is really good at beating Snorlax. Because we have Tickle and Leech Seed. But also, even if you don't beat... Oh, we're getting destroyed by a Beautifly. Even if you don't beat a certain Pokemon, let's say we run into Swords Dance Scizor, and that can easily beat us. Because, of course, +2 attack, that's a lot better than -1 attack. Like, it outpaces me. So let's say Tangela gets some tickles, but still dies. Then the Scizor has, like, minus whatever defense, and now Tauros just one-shots it. So even when Tangela doesn't win, it still allows the rest of my team to win a lot of the time. Same with like getting a Leech Seed off on certain Pokemon. That can be super helpful. What does Tickle do? It lowers attack and defense by 1 stage. It is a very uncommon move. You won't see it a lot. I think there's like 1 Pokemon that has it in the Frontier. I think Linoon has it. Maybe someone else as well. B shows you're making Erica's deck. Tangela is important in the deck. Nice. I have the Tangela card where it's swinging from a tree and there's a second Tangela watching. I got that one after I made the Tangela video. It was kind of like by accident. I wasn't planning on buying it, but then I was buying something from a guy and he happened to have this card for sale. I was like, well, now I just have to get it. Right, I guess we're getting to see a little bit of Tangela action, but no real action. Tangela is also really good at beating Regirock, Tyranitar if it's not special Tyranitar. Really most physical attackers. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. This is an offensive team and we could just easily lose because it's just not as consistent compared to even a suboptimal, more stally team. But we'll see. We're just playing for fun. Does the Murkrow team have a playlist? No, I don't think so. It was just my Earthquake spam team, but I used Murkrow instead of Gengar, I want to say. But I threw really bad in like Battle 90 something. Once I finally get the Hidden Power Ghost Swampert, maybe we can use the Murkrow again. Although the Murkrow kind of wasn't necessary anymore once I switched the Light Screen Zapdos. Because the idea was I could switch into grass moves or psychic moves. So like Magical Leaf Gardevoir and Giga Drain Gengar are like massive threats for my Swampert on the double steam. And Murkrow could easily switch in because either they're using a grass move or they're using psychic. So I'm either immune or I take very little damage. So that was the idea. And then we still had Perish Song. But of course it's also a Murkrow. But that was a long time ago, so I'm sure I could pilot it better now. Especially if I don't massively misplay. You couldn't remember Murkrow singles. Yeah, it was a double steam. Murkrow takes a lot of damage from grass moves. Well, it doesn't get one shot. Unlike a certain Swampert. And it was just for fun. It wasn't supposed to be some kind of record-breaking team. Let's see, do I have the Murkrow in here? No. Okay, what does Zero Bulk Murkrow take from a grass move? Gengar free, where are you? 31.8% max roll. You can tank 2 grass moves easily. It's not a problem. As long as I don't play like you've been playing recently. I try not to throw too bad. But, I mean, when I don't get enough sleep, it happens. It's the reason why I stopped playing the multi-streak yesterday. I started throwing. So this team uses a modest Latios. And while it's very unfortunate that you speed tie things like Gengar, the reason I chose for modest at the time is that it's almost guaranteed to kill Machamp. Like I think there's 1, maybe 2 damage rolls that Machamp can survive, like the bulkier Machamps. Same with Hariyama. And if you're timid, they have a pretty high chance of surviving. I watched a little bit, team. I haven't really had time to properly watch. I don't know if you saw my comments, but could you change the setting of the playlist so it sorts by like oldest instead of newest? Because otherwise the playlist is going to start at the highest battle and then go down, which is the opposite of what I want when I'm watching a playlist. It's really annoying that it's the default option in YouTube that the playlist starts at the most recent video. Like, why? Who thinks that's a good idea? The people at YouTube are just so out of touch with their user base. Persian good? Persian better than Latios confirmed? No. Almost. Oh, right. No, that's not what I meant to do. Are we losing to Golbat? You would like to sort by title. Well, if you just upload it in the order you played, then that fixes it. But you can also sort it manually. Alright, on to round 2. Nothing interesting should happen yet. Hello, Super Flash. So, what is everyone else up to in the frontier? I watched the Alpha Busa yesterday was it Sapphire? It doesn't really matter. Ruby Sapphire Tower. Trying to beat Riley because he got the record mix. Good to see the Tickler back in action. Yeah, I've been feeling the itch. And, Tangela is gonna scratch it with Tickle. Yeah, it's been a long time since I played this, so I have no clue how good/bad it really is. Alpha Boost, it was Sapphire. The only thing that matters is it's the opposite of Riley's. Alright. Teammate, you made, in your earlier footage, you made quite a few misplays. But also in more recent footage, you keep making some mistakes. I mean, everyone does. We are all human. Unless you're fun cool, then you're a bot. But I don't think fun cool is playing. There is a bot that plays the tower and a bot that plays, I think, the factory 24/7. It's not very good. Because if you were playing 24/7, I think like the tower highest streak is like 400. Like if I was playing 24/7 tower singles, I would hope I would have more than 400 wins. Ultra Nintendo, exactly, KT. Exactly. I don't remember what the PB in the factory is. I don't think it has world record, which is only like 200 something wins, which for factory is a lot. But if you're playing 24/7, plus the bot is cheating as well, where it knows the opponent's sets. Like it reads the game data. So it has an advantage. Team had another encounter with Snorlax 1, but this time it was immunity. Yeah, Snorlax setting up double teams can definitely be really scary. Let me see if I can find the factory bot. I want to see what his record is. Maybe I should switch out here. Let's see. Where do I even... Battle Frontier? Is it in YouTube and Twitch? I don't remember. I feel like he's also on YouTube. I found the Battle Tower bot on YouTube. If my browser would stop crashing, that would be nice. It is not stopping the crashing. We're not gonna find out the PBs. If my stream dies, the browser took my whole PC with it. Okay, it's still crashing. Okay, great. Can we just give me the message that you've crashed or something? Okay. I thought my PC went for a second. Oh wow, I restarted a browser. I think it's crashing again. What the hell is going on? Skitty beats Tauros, confirmed. Okay, let's see if I can try a different browser. Clamperl. Now that's a good Pokemon. Okay, now I can't find the bot anymore. I think the bot is 24/7. Maybe it goes down sometimes. Or maybe it's because I'm locked into a different YouTube account on this browser. Wait. No, I don't see it anymore. Well, whatever. We're not finding it out, I guess. Not today. Timmy got 3 Intimidates on Snorlax. So he had a lot of time to fish for hits, crits, pedef drops, or anything else to make you win. On average, even with 6 double teams, your expected damage outpaces the leftovers. Expected is the key word. I've lost to a crazy amount of misses before. Alpha Boosted, does the Game Boy player require a disc to work? Yes, unless you mod your GameCube, then you can circumvent it. Absol. Pretty sure this one's choice banned. Norton should be set free. I wasn't paying attention to which battle we're in. But I was struggling too hard with my crashing browser. Shouldn't be an issue. Metagross is annoying because it's not affected by Tickle. I think I'll just switch back. Now I can switch moves. Also not affected by Intimidate, of course, which is also really bad. Because quite a bit of survivability on the Tangela comes from Intimidate. We can still tank a lot of hits even without Intimidate. But we'd rather not. Politoed. Uh-oh. Demon. Thank you for the good luck, Will. Tima, you have used Tickle on a team before as well. It's a funny move. It's a really good move. Just not that many Pokemon get it. Lapras does. Whiscash. Omastar. Wailord for some reason. I don't know if you heard that. It was a really annoying fly. I got it out of the window, but then some stuff fell down. Timmy used it on a team with everything 4 times weak to grass to prove that's possible. I mean, grass is a fake type offensively anyway, so that's not that difficult. Relatively speaking. But you probably at the same time have like the relatively weaker team compared to like 4 times weakness to ice. I think 4 times weak to water would be more difficult. But still. Probably doable. What are your options? Ride on Golem, a cargo. You had Swampert, Wishcash, Pupitar, Dragon Dance, Hidden Power Rock, Earthquake, Pupitar. Quagsire left out from the party. Poor Quagsire. Quagsire is an interesting Pokemon. Too bad its stats are so mediocre. But you get Damp, which for doubles could be useful. My current Ruby Tower team has Damp Quagsire. But I'll probably replace it soon with Memento. Max HP, Max Spadef Swampert lives a Leaf Blade. Max roll on 1 HP. Just don't get crit. It would be pretty tedious to use a team like that if you get unlucky and you keep running into like grass specialists or something. But it's certainly possible to get gold. Like very bad teams, you only need to dodge the bad matchups like a couple of rounds. And you can also just get lucky with a lot of moves. Wishcash can then outpace with Amnesia after the Icy Wind. Amnesia, Tickle, Protect, and Substitute to fully PP stall. Yeah, just don't get crit on any of the turns. I hope you didn't run into too many Sceptiles. I guess Sceptile not seeing a kill is also useful. Because some of them won't attack you. They crit into substitute. Yeah, that's if they didn't crit Swampert. And also if they crit all the time, you still run out of HP on the Wishcash. But you probably should be fine. They need a lot of crits when you have Protect Substitute. Hello, Pupitar. So I'm guessing your plan was just you have Swampert lead and you just stall the first Pokemon and then set up with Pupitar and Sweep. So you only have to deal with the lead Pokemon, really. We're gonna go Tickler on this. Coach, why is it that the battle tower counters your team all the time? As in your team? That just means you have a bad team, I'm afraid. If you have a bad team, you get countered all the time. There's nothing that makes certain matchups more likely if you're bad into it or anything like that. Oh my god, there's another fly. Can we stop? The only thing that does happen in terms of countering you is if they have 2 Pokemon left, they will switch in the one with a super effective move if they have one. But first they have to actually have that Pokemon. And certain Pokemon are just, or certain types are just more likely to show up, like there's a lot of water type specialists, so if your team is weak into water, good luck. Alpha Booster, you just invested in a GB player. You got it for relatively cheap too. Nice. Looking forward to the less janky setup for your stream. Coach, you feel like if you don't get a team with a guaranteed hit move on one of your free Pokemon, they just spam Pokemon with Bright Powder and Double Team? There are so many Pokemon with Bright Powder and Double Team, like that's just always gonna be the case, I'm afraid. Fire types? What is this? I can switch. Oh right, you have Eruption. You never get to see that move. It's really nice. Does Torkoal get it too in this gen? I know it definitely gets it at some point. The Groudon, Camerupt, Torkoal. Let me check. Yeah, Torkoal gets it through breeding in this gen. So unfortunately, it's not a very good move. Because it does damage based on how much HP you have, percentage of HP. Like, it's the reverse of reversal. Where reversal, if you're 1 HP, does maximum damage. Eruption does maximum damage at full HP, but Camerupt and Torkoal are both really slow. And Groudon is not allowed, so you basically never see Eruption. Kinda similar with Water Spout, Wailord gets it. Wailord is a little bit faster, so it's a little bit more usable. But Wailord also isn't the strongest. I want to use one at some point though. Coach, you feel like the Pokemon shifts more to those who specifically counters the team? They don't. That's just how you feel. It's a relatable feeling though. It's also that the bad encounters are more memorable, so when you look back on battles that you've had, you remember all the bad matchups more as well. But I assume you're doing factory? Or are you doing something else? Fire Fang conspiracy? Yeah. I think it's wild that that sort of stuff is so popular. You're doing Battle Tower. Okay. I mean, in the Battle Tower... Oh, look, it's Funcool. We found the bot. In the Battle Tower, at least you have control over which Pokemon you're bringing, so... It's completely up to you to bring something to help with Double Team. What is your team, coach? Because... Taunt! Hold on. I guess I'll just Giga Drain. Okay. Nice crit. You have Absol, Suicune, and Latios. Okay. Absol can learn Aerial Ace. Maybe not the best Aerial Acer, but it is an option. But if you have a Suicune, if you just set up with Calm Mind, if you have Calm Mind, or same with Latios, if you set up until you can one-shot them or two-shot them, whatever, that kind of counters Double Team because you only have to hit once or twice in X amount of turns. And as long as you don't deal damage to them, they're very likely to keep setting up. So you can basically set up for free because they won't attack you and you don't attack them. And then you just hope you hit somewhat quickly once you start attacking. Sandslash lived. I think it's max special defense. It has Sandfill, we could miss. We don't have anything to deal with double team. Well, we have Calm Mind Latios, I guess. This team is not very good for consistency. Hello, JG. You're happy to see the Tickler? So am I. I just wish I could get through these early rounds a little quicker. I forgot how much of a grind singles tower early rounds is. KT, you think you'll start harvesting Jinx Eggs again? Alright, good luck. Okay, we got our first real Pokemon. I don't remember how much damage we deal. That's a double edge. Will you believe in Tickler to hit the Leech Seeds and grass double teamers aren't real? Yeah, like Ludicolo doesn't exist. Sceptile doesn't exist. Meganium 2 doesn't exist. Coach, you also have Airlays on Absol with Choice Band. Not enough, you guess? It depends. It's tough if it's your lead Pokemon and you die. And then in the back they have to double teamer, and it didn't really help. Dusclops counters me. It has low HP, so I don't get much back. What is this? Plus, Tickle doesn't affect Seismic does. I've been outplayed. Yeah, I lost my longest streak with this team to double team Umbreon. I got quite unlucky, but I could have played a little bit better, but mostly I just got quite unlucky. No, I've been outplayed again. We have a Lum Berry, so we don't care. Okay, it's gonna die to Leech Seed. Unfortunate that we get confused, but it's fine. We'll just try to hit. We should be able to beat a Victory Bell. Even if Latios dies. Okay, Latios does not get confused. Very nice. Alright, round 4. We finally made it to real Pokemon. Round... typing. Round 4. 21 plus. PB with team 128. I think. Coach, do you have rest on your Suicune? What are your movesets? Because I feel like rest Suicune should beat pretty much any double teamer. Okay, starting off with a Tauros mirror match. This is quite an annoying Tauros because it has swagger. I'll just start off by dealing some damage. I don't want to switch Tangela in on swagger. Okay. Just attacked. In that case, we can kill. Champion. Nice dodge. Last month, so no use in setting up at this point. Just go for damage. Ferret. Last time I played this team, I wasn't very good at recognizing which... Uh-oh. We're gonna die to Rico. I wasn't very good at recognizing, or I didn't know at all how to recognize which trainer had which set. Okay, if he doesn't counter, we might just barely survive. We do just barely survive. Nice. So that should help me a lot this time around. But we'll see. Still not the most consistent team. KT, you've been looking into Magby and Elekid. You may do this egg thing in the future. Barrier being an egg move is amazing since they died to Earthquake so hard. Maybe. I think you would rather just have a ground immune switch in or something. But maybe it can do something. As long as you don't get crit. But I don't know. Like, you would still take so much damage. Should probably, like, barrier, rest, and then you don't take that much damage anymore. Okay, can we stop? Gonna return this time so I don't lose all my health. Hopefully. Maybe proc Flame Body or Static. Yeah, not against Earthquake, of course, but against like Double Edge or something. But then you're up against Ursaring, and now you've given it +2 or Guts boost. I guess it's +1. I don't know. Is it? Yeah, I don't remember actually. Okay, Chansey 2 is actually dangerous. Do I just want to try and kill it immediately? Yeah, we're already locked into return. Let's just try to hit it twice. It's probably double teaming. If we hit a Leech Seed, we definitely beat it. Wow. Low defense. Good thing we weren't locked into Double Edge. We would just die. Okay, we hit. Haunter again. So I remember looking into Nidoqueen as a Waller against Machamp Hariyama. That was back when I did the Dome Sand team. That's someone on Nighthawk's podcast was using. And I wanted to see how good that strategy could be if I just changed one Pokemon. So I considered Nidoqueen. The problem is you have Poison Point. So you switch in on Cross Chop and they get Guts. And now you're like, oh... that's not good. But I think Flame Body is very interesting. I just don't think it's very usable in the Frontier. Of course, also the Pokemon that have it aren't the most useful. Like Macargo would probably be the most... At least the best at switching in. Not so much at what comes after the switching in part, but... You would be the best at switching in. And then... But then, like, if it's something like an Ursaring, you give it Guts, and now you have a different problem. Bright Powder, very nice. Thunder Wave, love it. Was this last Mon or second Mon? It's Perish Song. Okay, we hit. It was not last Mon. That did decent damage for a Noctowl. With a 60 base power non-stab move. I wish Noctowl was better. Milo. I could just return. Actually, Mirror Coat should be quite likely. That's also knowledge I didn't have before. I don't think. I think that was pre-knowing about stuff. Donphan. Are you the one that doesn't have Hornrill or Megahorn? Yeah, I think so. I think you're the Rock Tomb one that keeps brick breaking when you activate Quick Claw. It got the Quick Claw. I think we would have tanked the Megahorn. I don't remember the calcs on Megahorn into Tangela, but we have so much defense. Donphan, also known as Rhino. Did I say Donphan? Ah, they both have Don. It's the same thing. Donphan also has a Rock Tomb Quick Claw set that keeps using the wrong move. Hey, can we stop paralyzing poor Tangela? This is mean. Alright, but what I really want to see is a Snorlax. The reason I originally wanted to use Tangela was to beat Snorlax. I mean, we're guaranteed to run into Annabelle's Snorlax. But we won't be using Tangela against the first one because it's Belly Drum. That's a little bit too much attack. We should be able to breeze through Annabelle with just Tauros. Or mostly Tauros, kind of depends. We could also get extremely unlucky with Bright Powder and stuff. In that case, we might even lose, I guess. Unlikely, but possible. Yes, Tima. Tangela has a lot of defense, but dies to special moves, yes. We are not the biggest fan of things like Regice with this team. Although Tangela has 1v1'd Regice before. I just needed to have a substitute up already. But yeah, Regice is a really bad matchup. Latios doesn't do well. Tauros doesn't do that well into Regice either. Like, Thunderwave is horrible. It could be counter. Let's just not run into Regice. Regirock, on the other hand. Tangela likes Regirock. Of course, Curse is a little dangerous because it has Clear Body, so we can't lower its stats. There's Donphan. Should I just switch into Latios? Probably. Was gonna go Tickler, but... I think you have Rock Tomb. Let's just Ice Beam. Oh no, he injured! Wait, did we get Quick Claw injured again? It's right on. This thing has Flail. At least it's -1. I should have gone Tangela after all. Oh wait, it's still slower. Oh yeah, it's Quick Claw, it's not Salic. No, I don't think we ever one-shot. No, definitely not. No simping allowed. It's gonna rest and it's gonna attract me again. Yep. Now it's gonna rest again. And then it has early bird, so it wakes up early. It's we switch one more time. Eventually, Kangaskhan will die. Kangaskhan is an interesting Pokemon. Definitely overlooked. Okay, on to round 5. So... we don't lose, which surely we wouldn't. We wouldn't lose to something like Meganium 2. Team usually run Hidden Power Rock on Tauros. Never really thought about Hidden Power Ghost. I've never run Hidden Power Rock on Tauros. What does Hidden Power Rock do? Kill Moltres? I don't think that's something you really need. Kangaskhan is the queen of Gen 3 UU. No permanent sand, bulk up, rest, GG's. That sounds pretty strong, yeah. Early bird rest is nice. Is set 2 the counter one? Should I switch? Maybe it's time for the tickler. That's not where Leech Seed is. I guess I should have substituted there. This was guaranteed to click protect there. It doesn't matter. It's early rounds. I'm not paying attention yet. Counter is extremely likely. Because we are a special type. And they mixed up counter and mirror coat. And Power Rock helps to stuff like Armaldo, Articuno, Aerodactyl. Okay, yeah, that's fair. I guess being good into Articuno would be quite beneficial for this team, but I already... Like, if Latios dies and then they have a Gengar, I want to kill that Gengar very quickly. We also have modest Latios, so we don't outspeed Gengar. So if it's lead Gengar, I also want to be able to kill it. So what's interesting about Tickle is the animation plays even when it does nothing against clear body Pokemon. I don't know, like, do other status moves do the same thing? Like, does Screech still go off against clear body? Because I feel like they don't, but I'm not sure. Like, I'm pretty sure Scary Face doesn't have an animation against Metagross. The lead is just a Tauros. This is how I would usually play the team. Uh-oh, Pincer too. I can't lower its attack. Guillotine. We have Substitute. You've been outplayed. We can still lower its defense though, but I'm just gonna spam Substitute, I think. Okay, now it's Swords Dancing, of course. Maybe I should lower defense. KT, there's a weird glitch in doubles where if you select Focus Punch, then unselected, the Pokemon still tightens its focus but does a different move. Might be Japanese Ruby only. I've never seen this before, but I mean, I've never used Focus Punch in doubles, so... And the AI isn't gonna do that, so yeah. Oh no! We've been hit! Nice. Nice endure. Now we're gonna lose a bunch of HP, but we're gonna have a substitute, so we can't die. Selic Berry, so if we didn't set up substitutes, there was a chance Pinsir did something, but even if we die, it dies next turn. Teamy, you have considered Focus Punch once on a doubles team? What were you cooking? Oh, I thought there was another Pokemon. Dragon Tamer. Oh look, it is not Donphan. This one could probably one of the Horndrills one. Scary face. I think, like, this one does not have Mega Horn or Horndrill. I think I should set up for a substitute. So this looks a bit weird maybe. I could just kill it. But instead I'm gonna try to weaken it a bit. It already isn't breaking my sub. So I guess I don't need to weaken it too much. I'll just do one tickle. I could have gone like full -6 or something. Well, maybe not -6. Then we maybe die to a crit at some point. But I could have done a couple more. Hopefully we don't get crit on this one. Okay, good. Now we have a substitute up. Which gives us a free chance to go for Tickle or Leech Seed on the next turn against a new Pokemon. Let's go with Tickle. Oh no! I've been outplayed. That goes through substitute. No! Not the attract. Right, this one has Icy Wind instead of Ice Beam, so didn't see a kill. The Tickler? Yes, Wrench, the Tickler has returned. How many drops do I need to one-shot with return? Is it just one? Probably not. Ah, Dragon Breath, that's annoying. I don't want to get paralyzed. Are we gonna get... We're gonna let this tickler go down here? If I get paralyzed, it's really bad, so I think I probably should let the tickler go down. Ouch, that hurts. Tickler versus Rizzler? No. Teamy had Focus Punch with the Ninja's bait. Yeah, I was assuming you had a bait strategy because otherwise you're probably not using Focus Punch. You had it on Swampert. The idea was to Focus Punch the ice types. You already ran Substitute at the time and EQ plus Hidden Power Rock. Yeah, I'll look in return. The situations where you were sure you wouldn't get hit by a rock slide, blizzard or surf were too rare to make you put Focus Punch on. In 21 battles there was one occasion where you really wanted to have it. My favorite dragon, Arcanine. And right behind it, my second favorite dragon, Skarmory. Early round Dragon Tamers have Arcanine and Skarmory. But they don't in the later ones. Teammate, you have heard this Pokemon be called Wiggly-Woo so many times that you almost forgot it's called Tangela? Is that the Japanese name or something? Or German? Or what? I've never heard it called Wiggly-Woo. Oh, look who's back. Team in End, you decided Double Edge to hit Latios was more preferable. Yeah, my Swampert was Earthquake, Hidden Power Rock, Protect, Ice Beam. I'm pretty sure. Like, I started off with Double Edge, but I basically never used it. So I added Ice Beam instead. It was Choice Band. That's just Gen 1 streamers you used to watch called it Wiggly-Woo. Okay. Nice Hydro Miss. Electabuzz, you have a lonely Tangela? You should give it a friend. Lonely isn't exactly the best, unfortunately. It could work in Gen 4. Tangrowth with Power Whip. This is special Gramble, right? Gramble 2. Yeah, I'm not switching in Tangela. Okay. Can I do Calm Mind and then kill? Not really. Maybe. I'll just double Psychic. .360 Chrism versus Shenanigans. Playing a randomizer triple bingo. I've watched them a little bit. Hello, Zets. Yes, we are gaming. This could be Horn Drill. I guess I just have Earthquake, so just don't get Quick Clawed. I don't know if this one has every set. But he's a type specialist, so I'm assuming he does. Sets, you've been playing on Emerald Cartridge lately. You just hashed a modest full tackle Pichu. Nice. You can one-shot something and then you die to recoil. Yes, we are choice banned. Hello, Phantom Knight. Leech Seed. Oh, was still fast. I should have... I'm probably still faster. I should be substituting because that stops the speed drops. And he wants to keep Rock to me. I haven't played this in a while. So, Sets, are you gonna do some Frontier as well? Yeah, we're still faster. We have speed investment. Sets, you wanted to also get Wish, but you needed Togetic first. Yeah, you can... I think Fire Red Leaf Green you can get a Togetic egg. Or Togepi egg, I suppose. You may do some Battle Factory or something. Alright, good luck. Are you gonna stream it? That would be nice. Banette doesn't learn Shadow Ball until level 48. It's so unfair. Banette is so screwed over. I don't know when you get the TM. You can get more Shadow Balls TM in Leaf Green and Fire Red. So if you have the ability to trade, you could get one from there as well if you don't want to waste your TM. Maybe you're gonna do some on stream? You still need to get me on the stream? Yeah, but time zones. I mean, I am sometimes an insomniac who is awake at your time. Let's see. Probably Giga Drain kills. Like, I wasn't paying attention. Surely we kill. It's cool to have Wisp plus an actual physical attack stat. But it's so squishy, yeah, and you're not that fast either. Okay, hello Charizard. Was this? Yeah, this is last mon. We had Nidoking first, right? You could do a morning stream around this time? Yeah, I could see that. Like, this is just early evening for me, so that could work. Just dodge. No, Tickler! If they gave Bennett like 90 speed, it would be interesting. Yeah. It's a little bit more interesting in the dome. Because the stats are bugged. So you can outspeed more Pokemon, but also you don't outspeed Gengar. I don't think, which is like the one thing you might want to really outspeed because you can actually one-shot it. Says, is there a single part of the Battle Frontier where spikes and or spin blocking is relevant? I don't think it's used anywhere. I think if you were to use it in any place, maybe the arena, if it's on your lead, could be interesting. Other than that, it's not really useful. You could try it in the tower, and it can have some benefit, but it's not good. But in the arena, like, you get judged based on remaining HP after 3 turns, so... But I'm not sure if spikes... Because it doesn't work at... It doesn't look at your total HP, it looks at your current HP at the first turn. And I don't know if spikes, when they switch in, if that counts as the previous turn before the judging starts. So I'm not sure if it's actually useful. There are some one-shots you can get with the spikes damage with certain Pokemon, but overall it's not really worth running. So yeah, spikes isn't really good. I have run it before. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. Especially if you don't know what you're doing. So that's Ghost Teeps. Ghost Teeps. Goats. I can't speak. Ghost types are so broken in regular cartridge playthroughs. Yeah, it's the same thing with Steel and Rock. Like, so many Pokemon just have normal type moves. They just don't do anything. And then there are a lot of like poison type Pokemon usually on like the Team Rocket or whatever the evil team is. You're also good into those. But yeah, for the people who don't know, I started using this Tangela because I saw a live stream that Sets did where somebody sent a replay of Gen 3 competitive where they used Tangela to beat Snorlax, and I was like, wait, I can do that in the tower. I'm sure I can make that work. And then the Tickler was born. His fashion sense seems oddish. Same. The Tangela replay was legendary? Yeah. It really was. I should be able to one-shot. We're modest. Tima, in Battle Factory, you're sure there is a crazy situation that could come up where Skarmory 2 sets up spikes and starts roaring? Yeah, I mean, in the factory is just... The factory is the factory. You use what you get. There are 2 Pokemon. There's one Skarmory and there's one Fortress that have spikes. So you will see the opponent use spikes every once in a while. Which country am I at? I'm in the Netherlands. Thank you for the good luck, Special Reptile. Time for Annabelle. I'm pretty sure the strategy is just click return. Hope Entei sets up a Calm Mind, which is very likely. At first we have to not miss against Alakazam. Because it's Bright Powder. Or did I click... no, I'm pretty sure I click return. I just click return every turn and then we win. Assuming we don't miss and we don't get Fire Blasted. Is Soldew banned across the frontier? So technically, no. They just don't tell you that it doesn't do anything. So you can bring Soldew and it does absolutely nothing. Okay, that's Alakazam down. Dawn, does the AI select their move right as you select yours, or do they select their move afterwards? They select their move. Okay, we got Fire Blasted. Now it's a little bit scary, especially if we get burned. Okay. They just select their move before you select your move. Well, yeah, I guess, I think. What you do doesn't matter is what I'm saying. I mean, technically it does. Okay, so there was a very high chance Entei went for Calm Mind there, and then it's just a free win. Because Snorlax won't see a kill, so it will probably Belly Drum, which will fail. What was my play now? Do I kill from here with Psychic, or can I go... I don't remember this thing. It's been so long. I can probably just Psychic. Even if we don't kill. Even if I get crit. Oh, Quick Claw Yawn? Big brain. We have the Lex matchup and we're not going to our dedicated Lex counter. Unsubscribed. The issue is this is Belly Drum. We do not counter Belly Drum with Tickle, unfortunately. But in the rematch, she does have Curse, and that's when we go Tangela. We haven't run into another Snorlax somehow. I hope we run into one soon. One that doesn't have Belly Drum. Sets there's no dynamic speed, so no, it does not change the turn order if you T-wave something. I think that's Gen 8. Something that is interesting in doubles is there's a Guts glitch, where if a Pokemon doesn't have Guts, they programmed it wrong, so if you status them, they want to attack because they think they're gonna get a Guts boost, so they're more likely to attack. Like, they wanted the Pokemon with Guts to attack more if they got status, because they get the boost, but they programmed it wrong, so... Let's say you Thunder Wave a Blissey, now it can't use Soft Boiled anymore. Unless it's like the one that has 0 attacking moves. Well, there's 2 of... No, there's only 1. I think Sing, Toxic Substitute, Soft Boiled, or Attract? I don't quite remember. Blissey 1, I think. Yeah, it took a long time for dynamic speed to become a thing. Definitely something that would be interesting to have. But we don't have it. Uh-oh. I don't like you. What? What do I do against this monster? He could easily destroy me if I pick the wrong move. Okay, return should... Oh no, wait, he has lower IVs. Damn. That's bad. Normally, return would never activate Salak Berry. But because he has lower IVs, it might activate Salak Berry. It's quite likely. And then he can sweep me if it's Swords Dance. Do I risk switching in here? What does Latios do? He could just guillotine this turn. He's gonna Swords Dance or he's gonna guillotine. One of the two. Swords Dance is much more likely. Okay, I think Latios can always one-shot, so as long as we don't switch in on guillotine, we should always win. Switch in on guillotine with the Latios, that is. This is why we switched it to Tangela. Poor Tangela. A worthy sacrifice. Yes, Pincer has Hypercutter. Okay, we should one-shot. Never mind. We did not one-shot. Oh no, wait. Oh no, I fucked up. I think we just lost. I was looking at the calc and it still had the Calm Mind boost from when I was looking at Gramble. I'm dumb. I should have gone for Ice Beam and then or Thunderbolt and then we would have been fine. Okay, I think he's at an amount of HP. We're just gonna go for Endure. Okay. Now he just needs to fail Endure. This is what you get when you are chatting too much. I'm not sure, like he's probably gonna go for Endure again. It's not guaranteed though. I don't think. I'm just gonna Ice Beam. Okay, Flail. Surely you don't kill me. No, even close, okay. I guess that wouldn't even have killed at 1 HP. I'm not sure. Yeah, I should not have clicked that. That was dumb. Of course he has Scissor. Probably about to get one shot by Silverwind. He doesn't have to have Silverwind. Switching doesn't really help me that much. I'm just gonna Thunderbolt. Okay. Timmy, you gotta go. You might catch me later. Alright. Maybe see you later. Well, I think we're screwed. So the issue is there's one more Pokemon. Oh, we're jamming. Thank you, Sandy. There's one more Pokemon. This is a bug grass trainer. If I lock into Earthquake against this Scizor, and then out comes Meganium, like it's just GG. But if I lock into Return and out comes Fortress, well, if Fortress can always win, so I guess we are just gonna go with Return, I think. Of course it's Fortress. Well, that's probably the end of this one. Oh, maybe he's throwing? I think he's gonna use Double Edge as well, so he's gonna take Recoil. This is the Spikes Fortress, by the way. Oh, I didn't use it. Too bad. Ouch. Okay, we're winning. Tauros too strong. Choice band normal, let's go. The power of friendship, exactly. The power of friendship. Oh no, another one. Boomer is back. Oh no, not Boomer. Okay, so this is a Pokemon that could potentially beat the Tickler if it's the Swords Dance set. It is not the Swords Dance set. Okay, he's gonna protect again this time, I remember. To actually substitute. Does have scope lens on the set, so if I tickle, he can just crit me and do it a lot more than usual. He didn't this time, and it already doesn't break my sub with Aerial Ace. Very nice. And now we're just gonna do some tickling. Set up the substitute again every time it breaks. And we can't lose. Now you see how HP Rock can be useful. Yeah, luckily Armaldo usually isn't an issue, even if it is Swords Dance. And it beats Tangela, which is possible. If we tickle it, we will put it at an amount of HP where Tauros can kill it. Of course, Quick Claw can then still kill Tauros, potentially. So it's not perfect, but could be worse. How much would Hidden Power Rock do anyway against Armaldo? In Power Rock. It's a 2-shot. Yeah, it's... Earthquake is only an unlikely roll to 2-shot, so it is better than Earthquaking, but it's definitely not one-shotting. What is that animation? Welcome to Tickle. I'll probably kill from here, right? I want to have a substitute up. I hope I kill. We have a base 100, but we have no investment. And it's Giga Drain. Okay, that's good. We can't touch a Venusaur, but we can Tickle. This might be double team spam. Yep. It is double team spam. If I go one more Tickle, return will now always one-shot. Maybe it already did, because it's lower IVs. It probably already did. Psychic also one-shots. I'm pretty sure, because we are modest. We miss, it's fine. Actually, Psychic is a roll. There we go. And last we have Eggy. And... oh, I thought we crit. That's some pretty good damage. Just return. Okay, Kingdra won again. At least they won't click Dragon Breath because Surf is more damage. Don't have to worry about paralysis. Miltank. I think this is a go Tangela angle here. Or... wait. This is Focus Punch. And it probably sees a kill. I think yeah, I think we should... it should always kill... try to kill me, I think. Yeah, there we go. It also has Thunder Wave, which is really annoying, plus really high priority, but I think Focus Punch just always gets +4 on a kill, and Thunder Wave is +3. So yeah, never mind. Tangela would beat this, but because it's not the lead Pokemon, if it was the lead Pokemon, it would be Thunder Waving me. And then we would have wanted to go Tangela. But because we're already damaged and it's not intimidated, Dugong! Watch out. The Dew Gang has arrived. And the Dew gone. It's been so long since I mindlessly grinded the early rounds with these Pokemon. Like, it used to be Tauros, Latios, Skarmory. But then I made the Tickler team and I replaced the Skarmory with the Tickler. Wait, hold on. A Lapras, that's actually kind of scary. 1 second, I'm gonna actually pay attention for a second. Who was this trainer? Probably I just click return, I guess. It is Quinton. That is a Quick Claw. Yeah, I'm thinking we just return. And then Thunderbolt should kill. If it manages to kill Tauros with Quick Claw. Or it gets like a crit or a freeze. Hello, Smokin'. If you got hit a Power Rock, wouldn't that be better? Why do you think it would be better? You're not the first one who is a fan of... Oh, we might live. It did less than 50 the first time. Okay, we live. If this was perfect IVs, we would have died. But it's not. There's not really... Do I want to switch? Doesn't this thing get Mega Kick? That could be kind of bad if I switch in. What if I go Tangela, actually? No, but it has Mirror Coat. So Tangela could die. We'll just return. Oh, you assumed it was Hidden Power. Okay. No, it's Hidden Power Ghost. Okay, we crit. But also, Stab Return is more powerful than super effective Hidden Power, as long as it's not 4 times super effective. This is Protect Salamence. I hate this thing in doubles. Wow, that was Intimidated damage. That's not a very bulky Salamence. There's the Protect. In singles, it doesn't matter. It's even beneficial sometimes. Because I could have gotten a free Calm Mind, but it's last Pokemon, so I don't care. Yeah, if Hidden Power Ghost, I can one-shot Gengar if it's lead Gengar. And also, if it's Gengar in the back and Latios has died, I can also one-shot Gengar. It's been so long since I used Choice Band Tauros, I forgot how insane it is. Hello, Timothy. The Do Gang. Just spam Earthquake and win. This really makes me want to do more breeding for Tauros with hidden power, but it's so bad. If it could breed with a different Pokemon than Ditto, it wouldn't be that bad. I really wish Miltank worked the way that Illumise does, where the egg could be a Volbeat or an Illumise. That would also be really annoying, to be fair, because then you have like 50% to get the correct Pokemon and then 50% for the nature, and then you still need your stats. But at least you could get a better parent more easily than a Ditto. Oh, I forgot to update the round. Because this is a round 7 trainer. This is Spit Lapras. I mean, we just return again. Hope we don't get frozen or crit by Surf or Ice Beam. Okay, don't freeze, don't crit, please. Nice. Lapras down. Shuckle 4. Okay. My loss condition is switching in on Toxic. That's how I lost to the Umbreon on my 128 streak. It was much more likely to double team. Set up Substitute. Substitute makes you immune to Wrap damage. And I think it even breaks Wrap. Like if you've been wrapped and then you substitute, I'm pretty sure it just stops. Okay, we just need to hit one Leech Seed. And then I think we're gonna make it rest twice. And then we switch into Latios to set up Calm Minds. Because this is a rest Shuckle. Yeah, we're immune to Toxic. I just need to waste some turns. It's going to want to rest eventually. I'm not sure if 3 ticks of Leech Seed are enough to make it want to rest immediately, or if I need to hit it. We do have a Lum Berry, so we can get bailed once if we get Toxic. Oh, but it's gonna wrap. No, it's singles. It's not Guts Glitch anymore. Let's see if it wants to rest. That was 3 turns, right? It did not rest. Okay. Now it's most likely to go for rest. But it still has Chesto, so we're staying in. There you go. I think rest should be likely after it wakes up. I could switch now, but there's maybe a chance it toxics, which would be bad. In theory, I win if I just stay in, but it's gonna take ages. I can do a little test to see if it rests this time. Nope, toxic, okay. So it rests next turn again. I guess we'll switch. I think there's also just a small chance it doesn't rest or something. Okay, because we still have the Lum Berry, I think I'm just gonna go for the Calm Minds. And if it toxics me on the wake up, it should probably rest the next turn. So it's fine. Then we get a couple more turns to just hit it once. It did go for rest this time. Nice. And we hit immediately. Goodbye, Shuckle. A regular Porygon? Okay. Sure, buddy. Oh, I updated the wins too early. Only needed to update the round. Oh well. I just knew I wasn't gonna lose. Alright. Surely someone's gonna have a Snorlax soon. Surely. Once we beat this round, at least instead of Snorlax, we can beat down Regirock and stuff. So there'll be something interesting. Tyranitar, if it's not Ice Beam Flamethrower. Okay, set 4 Rhydon. Megahorn and Horndrill. That is what I would call scary. We dodged Horndrill, okay. I think I should just substitute. I don't think I want to mess around too much. Like if I tickle it a bunch of times, I can make my substitute survive and all that stuff, but no. He also has Mega Horn, so it's even if he didn't have Quick Claw Horn Drill, I don't think it would be worth going for. Okay, Tangela one-shots. Of course, Glalie. Glalie is... it's 21 IVs, Glalie. Is it faster? No. If it was 31 IVs, it would be faster. So we can do something on the way out here. So I'm thinking... Tickle. Sacrifice ourselves and now return always one-shots. And then we just hope we don't need the Tickler for the last Pokemon. What if there's another Shuckle? I don't know if this trainer has Shuckle. You better not have Snorlax. Then I'm gonna be sad. Okay, that's fine. Ouch. We could lose the focus band. We did not lose the focus band. Okay, hopefully we get to spam Earthquake against this guy. Okay, maybe not. This could be Choice Band. It can't be special because that's set 4 and this is a round 3 trainer, even though... Or sorry, a round 6 trainer, which is up to set 3, even though he's in round 7. I think I'm switching. We could be switching into Yawn, which would be annoying. Brick Break, okay, nice. You can just substitute and we're fine. More Brick Breaks. And now we just sit back and relax as Tangela wins for free. And we should be able to keep our substitute up pretty easily here. As in, keep it up for the next Pokemon. Because obviously we can click it on the loaf turns. As long as we pay a little bit of attention. The Slacking should always die with a substitute up. probably doesn't break the substitute without the crit on the next hit. I don't think Giga Drain kills. Although it didn't really matter, I could just click substitute next turn. Yeah, substitute did not break. Of course, it's not a very healthy substitute, but the only thing that really matters is that we have one. Now Giga Drain definitely kills. Especially with a crit. In comes Clefable. Okay, we just don't have fire types on the Kindler. Oh, this might be Clefable free, which is special. Do I go for Tickle? If I land a Leech Seed, I would be able to stall this even if it is special. But Leech Seed is inaccurate, so I would rather go for Tickle. It is special, okay. Actually, I guess I should have gone Leech Seed first. Because now that it's special, I wanted to kill Tangela anyway. If I'm going to switch. So I should have tried to Leech Seed first. It's fine. Hello, remember? Like, we are faster, so... It didn't really matter on what turn we tickled, so then Leech Seed turn 1 is better. Because then I could have won with the tickler. Maybe we get punished? Probably not. No! It's Snorlax! And I let the tickler die! No! Oh, we did get punished. Just not in we're gonna lose kind of way. That's so sad. You finally see a Snorlax, and it's just after the tickler dies. Well, she could have a Snorlax. Okay, Miltank. This is Double Team Curse, Double Edge, Milk Drink. I could just go return, return. But I'm gonna go Leech Seed. Actually... I think if she curses a bunch, she becomes slower than me and then she can heal. Team at Tickle seems like a pretty damn good move in doubles on Espeon. Now that's a random Pokemon for doubles. I don't know. Like, I understand why. And it's really good with, like, Tauros or something, because you can EV to be faster. So you get the Tickle and then Tauros one-shot something. But most of the time, you'll just one-shot if you double up anyway. So it's not really that big of a benefit. So I don't know. Okay, I may have made this really long and stally when it didn't need to be. Yeah, we're faster now, so Milton can actually milk drink. There's also no way for it to kill me at the moment, but there's no way for me to kill it at the moment until it runs out of milk drinks. I have used Leer Septile in Ore. That was very interesting. But in doubles tower, that wouldn't be nearly as good. Yeah, I was gonna say, Tiva, yeah, sure, it helps against Tyranitar, but why are we using Espeon? Charm is almost always better? Probably, yeah. A different version of this team that I want to try out is using Venusaur instead of Tangela. And that has a bunch of benefits, like you have better overall base stats. You don't get one-shot by every special move. You're faster. We do have less physical bulk. But there are two other benefits. One, we're poison type, so we don't lose to toxic, which, like I said, that's how I lost the streak with this team. And you don't get Tickle, but you get Charm. And that means you can actually 1v1 Swords Dancers. Maybe. But at the downside of not lowering defense, so lowering defense is pretty big for the Tauros. So interesting thing about Curse AI is that it's based on defense boost, from my understanding. So Tickle actually makes the AI want to curse again. Because we're lowering the defense. Of course, we're missing a lot of them. And Miltank probably would want to boost anyway, because full HP... Well, full HP doesn't matter. It doesn't see a kill. For Curse, normally boosting matters HP, but not for Curse. I haven't kept track of the milk drinks. We're gonna be here a while, but we should be good. Yeah, it's already slower, but that doesn't really matter for the curse boost. It matters for the milk drink. Where it won't click milk drink unless it's slower. Which is an interesting AI quirk. I'm not sure why. Because for rest, they just make it have lower HP before it wants to use rest. But for recover milk drink, they just don't use it at all. I don't know if they just forgot to include the lower HP part. Or something. No, but it would have to be like minus priority. I'm pretty sure. So they made it specifically. Yeah, maybe just forgot the percentage. I don't know. No. I want to lower its stats. So substitute doesn't break every turn. It doesn't matter too much. But I don't know, we might run out of PP. I haven't kept track of the milk drinks. Well, it still had at least one. Nice. They see a kill, they don't heal? Sure, but they never heal if they're faster. Now it doesn't break. Very nice. Now we're in a pretty good spot. I guess if I let Miltank have an insane amount of boost, it could see a kill. If you mean it like that, yeah. But then I would be wasting all my other PP. It's still drinking milk. Surely it can't have many left. We have used so many tickles. It still hadn't double teamed to +6, really? That's surprising. Alright, please be out of milk drinks. No! Yes, Tima, I did see Doom Desire from Metronome. That was such a cool animation. I had never seen it before. I also have no clue how many boosts the Miltank has. Yeah, he got so scared and it did like 10 damage. Didn't he have, what, Curse Regirock? And it's a physical move. So yeah, it did nothing. Okay, I think it's finally out. We did it. I want to keep some tickles. No, we still have 8, that's fine. I would like it if you didn't break the substitute. Okay, if you break it early, that's fine. Didn't he say it was base 140? I didn't know it was that strong. That's kind of crazy. Ah. Chlorophyll Gardevoir. This thing has Bright Powder. And the Elemental Punches. You think that's modern gens? Oh, that might make more sense. Tauros can definitely kill this. I think this is probably a Tangela die situation. Don't you dare have Snorlax in the back again. I'm gonna hate you. We did hit the Leech Seed. Which, as long as Tauros doesn't miss, this doesn't matter. It is 120 with 85 accuracy in Gen 3. That's not bad, no. Unfortunately, Jirachi can't be used. Also, it's future sight, so you wouldn't want to use it anyway. Most likely. Guess I should have Giga Drained. In case this is a roll and it doesn't get it. I don't know if that was a roll. Gardevoir's pretty strong. I don't know why they made Future Sight and Doom Desire so bad. Like, why does it need to have low accuracy? You already, like, you use the move and then you have to wait, what, 2 turns? Wigglytuff, uh-oh. Ah, you're male. I can't be affected by Q-Charm. This Tauros gets affected by Q-Charm every chance it gets. Alright, that took forever. But we did it. I thought Future Sight was so cool back in Gen 2 as a kid. Like, I loved using that move. But it's so bad. There is one tanky Zatu, but I can't kill it with double edge anyway. So we'll just return. Maybe this was a go Latios instead of Calm Mind angle. It probably was. Like, he probably could confuse Ray me or something, right? Yeah, could have confused Ray. This was a fine play. Goodbye, Pharaoh. And Pelipper. We don't get to see you very often. Just give it the same damage as Psychic or maybe 100 base power, typeless damage. Then it serves a purpose to break through recover spam. Yeah, that would be interesting. Did it get buffed at any point? I feel like I've heard they used Future Sight on a Pokemon. Like I think Galarian, Slow, King or Bro. In Gen 8 or 9. In singles, but maybe that was just super gimmicky. Or maybe I'm just misremembering. And I'm making shit up. I think I could probably just lock in return here. Once we get to perfect IVs, it's gonna be a roll. Hello, Machamp. This is a special Machamp, I think. Not that it's gonna use a special move on Tauros. Don't crit me. Okay. Okay, that was a lower roll, so we wouldn't have died anyway. This is, I don't think this is the Ice Sponge one. That is set 4, I think. Otherwise, it probably would have Ice Sponged. I mean, you can see Doom Desire having plays when combined with Screech or Tickle. If it existed in Factory, but since there is no minus Spadef move, Future Sight is just pointless. Yeah, because the damage is based on the defensive stat of the Pokemon you used it against, which is very interesting. Like, it's a really interesting move, it's just really bad. Blaziken again. But this time it's a Kindler. Surely if we lock it to Earthquake, the next Pokemon will not be Charizard. Future Sight. Yeah, it's only base 80. Okay, Gen 9 Future Sight is 120 base power, 100 accuracy. What the hell? Also in Gen 8. And Gen 7. And Gen 6. In Gen 5, it's 100 accuracy but 100 base power. They buffed it twice? What? That's crazy. Okay, tickler time. Future Sight was actually scary when used against Ninjask. They love spamming Future Sight. Is Future Sight a move that can see kills? Or is it just randomly targeting one of your Pokemon? They agreed with our analysis? Yeah. That's crazy that they buffed it twice. And by so much as well. Elfie, you didn't know about the 100 buff? I assumed they buffed it because, like I said, I was pretty sure I heard about Pokemon using it in Gen 8 or Gen 9. The AI loves using Future Sight. Like, there's a Whiscash that has it. For some reason. Like, that Whiscash just... They were like, let's give this Whiscash all the interesting moves. Because it also has Spark. Future Sight can also see kills. Interesting. Yeah, that's the main thing. Because some of the weirder moves don't have kill AI. It goes to +4 if a different move sees a kill. So it would tie. Interesting. In that case, it's probably not that scary for your Ninjask. It's still not ideal. Oh, it would get +9. Okay. I thought it got lowered priority if a different move saw a kill. Oh wait, we're using Subtudon on Loaf turn. I'm not paying attention anymore. Should have just kept tickling. It was just big brain strats to get a full HP sub. I'm guessing Satu with Future Sight sees the kill Ninjask. Okay, Casey crits me. We're substituting. He didn't crit me. Oh, he could have missed. Oh, it's... Okay, it does go down to +4 if something else sees the kill. Okay. But if it sees the kill without something else seeing the kill, it goes to +9, which is an insane score. Well, why did they give it +5? That's so crazy. It missed? Wait. If only I went for the Leech Seed before. We could have 1v1 the Arcanine and it would have been funny. Alright, Tangela, you worked very hard to stay alive, so we're switching into Latios. It missed again. This Arcanine is blind. To be fair, Future Sight is the type of move that can completely screw a player over because they don't expect the damage. So I guess giving it high priority is kind of big brain. Because it's just really annoying. Okay, Dragonite. I'd probably just switch in Latios here and get the one shot. Do we outspeed plus one Dragonite? If it's a Dragon Dance set? Like the thing I'm the most worried about here is a Bright Powder. We do outspeed plus one. Just don't get Bright Powdered. Also he's -1, so that's kind of nice. Did Dragon Dance. Could survive if I miss. We are modest, so there shouldn't be any rolls that live. Okay, we hit. That's nice. We would probably have clicked Dragon Dance again. And then at +1, still wouldn't see. Okay. I really hope it's not special T-Tar. I really want to beat this with the Tickler. Okay, Thunderwave is annoying. It is guaranteed Dragon Dance. Being paralyzed is bad because if we can't move every turn, we can't tickle every turn. So he can gain stats. He's also faster than us, so he doesn't want to rest as early. This is actually a dangerous Pokemon. So he probably Dragon Dances because he doesn't see any kills. Could switch in a Tauros. I think I'm just gonna start with Leech Seed. Poor Tickler, always paralyzed. Yeah, somehow Tickler always ends up paralyzed. No! Uh-oh. This is definitely how we lose. Getting fully paralyzed. I was hoping to Leech Seed, then switch in Tauros, get an Intimidate, switch back. He's gonna T-Wave. We're already paralyzed. It doesn't matter. Please don't miss. Okay. Now that doesn't work as well because there's a pretty high chance he goes for another Dragon Dance and then he actually does outspeed Tauros. So then he's not as likely to go for the Thunder Wave. Yeah, this is, I would call this really bad. Yeah, that first turn fully paralyzed, that is not helping here. We still don't take much damage on Tangela, but him going for rest is still very far away. And Tickle is not guaranteed. I think I'll set up a substitute first. Because we'll at least be able to tank one hit and he won't be able to flinch us. He also only has Rock Slide as an attacking move. So he doesn't have many chances to kill us. Of course, he's not going to need many chances if he's +6. Okay, he did go for the Giga Drain, or the Rock Slide, and we're going for the Giga Drain. Because I want to force him to rest. I think he's gonna rest this turn. We're just gonna try to Giga Drain again. Yep, there's rest. He has a Lum Berry. But the next time he goes for rest, he obviously cannot wake up immediately. And we're fully paralyzed again. This is bad. Rock Slide, okay. He could flinch me now as well. Okay, we got the Giga Drain. He's gonna kill me next turn. He could miss. I don't think he can... Well, maybe if he gets a really low roll. If he kills me, he's gonna rest next turn. Oh! But I think he's not gonna die to the Leech Seed. No. But he's gonna kill me. And then he's gonna die to Leech Seed. I think my play here is the substitute because he could miss. And there's one more Pokemon in the back and we could maybe Leech Seed it then. Dodge. No. Okay. It's fine. What is annoying is if I switch in Tauros, I won't be able to Intimidate because it's Intimidate and then Tyranitar dies. So does that mean I go Latios first? I think so. I want to say yes. If he would rest now, it would be worse. Well, then he's gonna be asleep for a while, so it's not as bad as it sounds. Starmie. It's slow Starmie. And there's no more sand. Starmie 2. Hydro Pump Thunder. Oh, we can get our ribbons. Totally haven't gotten those before. 49 wins. Am I gonna do more? I think going for gold today would take insanely long. Maybe we try to get gold on a different stream. We didn't get to beat any Snorlaxes with Tangela. I'm so sad. The one chance we had, I screwed it up. And Tangela died before, which was unnecessary. Although I don't know how much HP we would have had left by the time the Clefable died. Probably okay amount of HP. So we probably would have been able to 1v1. But yeah, assuming we don't lose before getting to the gold symbol, we're guaranteed to face a cursed Snorlax in the Annabelle fight. So we'll definitely get to show it off again there. But at least we kind of beat Tyranitar, even though we got multiple paralyses. So yeah, I think that will be it for today. No stream check? Oh yeah, we can do a live check. I don't think I'm planning to submit this streak, but sure, we can do a live check. Where do you guys want me to go? Lily Cove. Alright. Fly to your house? If I had your secret base, I could fly to your secret base. To Artisan Cave. Where? It's here, right? I guess this way. It works. Did I beat every trainer in the save file? Wait. Maybe going this way is better. Let a wild Smeargle sketch tickle. Do I have surf? I don't have surf, do I? This is going well. Berry Tower, top floor? What's the Berry Tower? Wait, was it on the right already? Imagine I run into a shiny like this. I think I was supposed to go to the right already. It's not this far up. Yes. Oh wait, this is altering cave. I'm dumb. Artisan. That is the Smeargles. Guys, I failed the live check. I'm cheating. Elfie, you live in Zwolle? One day we'll have enough Dutch players to... Wait, Sudowoodo is still here! I can't. My path is blocked. I'm gonna keep him here. I'm so close, and yet so far. Bijna goed. I think that will have to do. Altering Cave is the new Artisan Cave. You heard it here first. Okay, I think... I don't know if it will, when it will be, but this week I'll do another Tickler stream and we'll hopefully get gold. Team, you're in Haarlem. Someday we'll do a classic gaming party thinking we are 16. This whole thing was pre-recorded? Yeah, you caught on to me. That's why I didn't want to do a live check. It's because I was gonna fail. Maybe one day we can have a Dutch Gen 3 meetup. Yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good rest of your day. And maybe I'll see you at the next Tickler stream.